The Green-Eyed Monster. Marvin is an amazing monster. He's big and tall. He has long furry arms and 3 green eyes. But Marvin has a problem. Sometimes he gets jealous of his friends. This makes his green eyes flash. One sunny day, Marvin decides to go over to the park. Walk, walk, walk. First he sees his friend Betsy. Betsy is doing an amazing dance. She stands on her tippy toes. Marvin's green eyes flash. He wishes he could dance like Betsy. Grrr, he yells and walks away. Next, he sees his friend Oscar. Oscar is singing an amazing song. Marvin's green eyes flash. He wishes he could like Oscar. Grrr, he yells and walks away. Next, he sees his friend Wanda. Wanda is painting an amazing picture. Marvin's green eyes flash. He wishes he could paint like Wanda. Grrr, he yells and walks away. Marvin sits down under a shady tree. I wish I could dance or sing or paint. I want to be amazing too, he cries. Marvin is so jealous. His green eyes fill with tears. Then Marvin hears it. Meow, meow, meow. Marvin looks up and guess what he sees? A scared cat is stuck in a tree. Marvin's pals heard them meowing too. So they run over to see what they can do. I can't help by dancing, says Betsy. I can't help by singing, says Oscar. I can't help by painting, says Wanda. Then Marvin says, maybe I can get it by being me. I'm big and tall with long, hairy arms. So he reaches up and grabs the scared cat from the tree. Way to go, Marvin, says Betsy. You saved the day, says Oscar. I wish I was tall like you, says Wanda. Then guess what? Suddenly Marvin is no longer jealous. I may not be great at dancing or singing or painting, but I'm amazing at rescuing cats, he says. The friends decided to celebrate. I will dance for the cat, says Betsy. I'll sing for the cat, says Oscar. I'll paint for a picture the cat, says Wanda. What will Marvin do? I'll pet the cat, he says. And that was just perfect. Bigfoot and Smallfoot. Bigfoot was big, hairy. Smallfoot was small and airy. The thick green forest, they were best buddies. The Best buddies loved running together, but sometimes Smallfoot got upset. Bigfoot can run faster than me, he said. I don't like being small. The best buddies loved climbing together, but sometimes Smallfoot got upset. Bigfoot can climb higher than me, he said. I don't like being small. The best buddies loved reading together, but sometimes Smallfoot got upset. Bigfoot can read longer books than me, he said. I don't like being small. The best buddies also loved sports. Bigfoot was great at catch. His long, hairy arms could reach up and grab any ball. Tom! But when he threw the ball back, Smallfoot could not reach it. His hairy arms were too short, so bonk, the ball bounced on the ground. Then it rolled and rolled. It rolled right into a cave. Oh no, we lost the ball, and it's all my fault, cried Smallfoot. I don't like being small. Don't cry, I can get it, replied Bigfoot. Bigfoot was used to say the day, but not this time. Why? He was too big to go inside the cave. That made Smallfoot stop crying. I'm small, he said. Maybe I can get the ball. So Smallfoot tried to guess what? He just was the right size to go into the cave. Wow, the cave is spooky inside. Smallfoot saw cool drawings. He saw upside down bats. He also saw the wall. It was beside a rock. So Smallfoot grabbed it with his short hairy arms. Then he stepped outside with a smile. I learned I'm great at going into caves, said Smallfoot. Right now, I like being small. Hooray, little buddy, shouted Bigfoot. This time, he saved the day. Then Bigfoot and Smallfoot heard some voices. Uh-oh, it was two humans. So they dashed behind the rock. The humans saw the big and footprints. Maybe Bigfoot and Smallfoot are real, one said. No way, replied the other. They have never ever been seen. The two best buddies laughed and high-fived each other. They were both great at hiding from humans. The young butterfly. Once upon a time, a little butterfly was born. Flutter, flutter. The young butterfly was excited. Everything in the world was new. Flowers and for new birds were new, clouds were new, rain was new too. So when a big raindrop fell on her head, the young butterfly was afraid. So she thought, the sky is falling. Oh my, she cried. I must go and tell someone important. So off she fluttered. Along the way, she met a young grasshopper. The sky is falling, cried the butterfly. Then just big raindrops fell on their heads. Oh my, replied the grasshopper. You're right. Must go and tell someone important. So off they went, flutter hop. Along the way, they met a young beetle. The sky's falling, they cried. Just then, some big raindrops fell on their heads. Oh my, you're right, replied the beetle. Luckily, he knew just who to tell. Let's go see the queen bee, said the beetle. She's in charge of everything. So off they went, flutter, hop, crawl. At last, the young bugs reached in the queen bee's hive. It was huge and golden. They rushed inside, flutter, hop, crawl. The sky's falling, they cried. Then the butterfly pointed outside, but the queen bee was not upset. Why? Because she was old and wise. That's just rain, she said calmly. It's water that falls from clouds. And it's a very good thing. It helps the flowers. It fills up all the lakes. It gives us cool to drink. Then the queen bee said, when it rains, the best thing to do is grab a bright umbrella and go outside to sing and dance. So they did to help Buzz. After that, the young bugs were not afraid of new things, and they all lived happily ever after in a big, beautiful world. Smart Cookie. In a cozy kitchen lived Smart Cookie. She could read big books. She could do hard puzzles. She can count all the way up 1,000. Smart Cookie was pretty awesome. There was just one problem. She thought she was smarter than everyone. So she told her pals what to do. Smart Cookie told her pal Apple how to fly a toy plane. I know the best. Do it my way, she said. That made the apple mad. Smart Cookie told her pal Pretzel how to build a block tower. I know best. Do it my way, she said. That made Pretzel mad. Smart Cookie told her Milk how to draw a scary dinosaur. I know the best. Do it my way, she said. That made Milk really mad. In fact, Smart Cookie's pals got so mad they decided they didn't want to play with her anymore, so they all ran away. Did Smart Cookie upset? No way! I'm so smart. I don't need friends, she said. Then she sat down and read the dictionary. As she was reading, she fell asleep and rolled right off the table. Then she landed on the floor and cracked. Smart Cookie broke into two to make mattress worse. A dog wanted to eat her up. What should Smart Cookie do? Help me, she called out her pals. So Apple and Pretzel and Milk ran over and looked down. Uh-oh! Luckily, they knew just how to help. Apple tossed down a treat and said to the dog, "Fetch, boy!" So the dog went to chase it. Without Smart Cookie would not have thought of that. Then Pretzel tossed some glue and said, "Use to put yourself together." Wow, Smart Cookie would not have thought of that. Next, Milk tossed down some yarn. Wow, Smart Cookie would not have thought of that. At last, Smart Cookie got safely back to the tabletop. "Thanks," she said to her pals. "You taught me I do need friends. You taught me everyone has good ideas." "Hooray," said Smart Cookie's pals. "Let's work together. Project." So they did. The bunny who lived in a boot. Long ago, there lived a very nice critter, the bunny. Bunny loved to hop around the forest. Hop, hop, hop. One day, Bunny was hopping along the path, and guess what? She saw a great big boot. "This will make the perfect home," she said. So Bunny got out her toolbox. Hammer, hammer, hammer. She made 2 fine windows and 1 fine door. Then she moved right inside. Hop, hop, hop. Bunny was happy, except for one thing, she was a bit lonely. The next day, a very nice squirrel came by. Scurry, scurry, scurry. Would you like to live in this boot? I did. Delighted, said Squirrel. So he moved inside. Critters were happy, except for one thing. They were a bit lonely. Next, the day, a very nice came by. Fly, fly, fly. Would you like to live in this boot? There's plenty of room, said Bunny. Why did I be delighted, said Bird. So she moved right inside. The critters were very happy. They were not lonely at all. Knock, knock, knock. The next day, the critters eating lunch when they heard someone at the door. Knock, knock, knock. Who can that be? Wondered Bunny. Well, they opened the door, and guess what? It was a giant. Excuse me, he said kindly. Your home belongs to me. All the critters looked at Giant's feet. Oh my, he was missing a boot. I'm so sorry, exclaimed Bunny. I found this boot in the forest. I'm happy to give back to you. So the critters moved out. Hop, scurry, fly. Thank you, said the giant, putting on his boot. Bunny, Squirrel, and Bird were very, very happy, except for one thing. They had no place to live. We'll have to find a new home, said Bunny. Don't worry, said Giant. I think I can fix that. And then he reached up, took off his hat. Would you like to in this? He asked. There's plenty of room. We did be delighted, said the critters. So Bunny got out her toolbox. Hammer, 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 and made 2 fine windows and 1 fine door. Critters moved right inside. Hop, scurry, fly. The hat was perfect place to be, and best of all, Giant came by every day for a tea. The little elephant, that could. I think I can. Meet a little elephant named Ellie. Ellie lives in the rainforest. Even thought she believes in herself. She always says, I think I can. I think I can. Oh dear, leopard's rubber ball rolls into the water, just splash. Help me, he cries. Can a little elephant save the day? I think I can, says Ellie. Swim, swim, swim. Hooray, she gets the ball. Thank you so much, leopard, says leopard. Oh dear, sloths, new dolls, falls in the mud and gets dirty. Help me, she cries. Can a little elephant save the day? Think I can, says Ellie. Spray, spray, spray. Hooray, she cleans the doll. Thank you so much, says Sloth. Oh dear, Snake is way too tired to crawl home to his cozy tree. Help me, he cries. Can a little elephant save the day? I think I can, says Ellie. Stomp, stomp, stomp. Hooray! She takes her paw all the way home. Thank you so much, says Snake. Oh no! Monkey broke his arm. Swinging on a vine. That means he can't reach the bananas. Help me, he cries. Can a little elephant save the day? I think I can, says Ellie. First, she tries to grab the bananas. It does not work. I think I can, says Ellie says again. Next, she tries to jump up high. It does not work. I think I can, says Ellie again. Ellie says again. Then she tries to climb up the tree. It does not work. But Ellie still does not give up. And instead, she has a great idea. Use my trunk to get on ahead. She says, I can't, cries Monkey. Don't think like that. Think like me, says Ellie. So they began to chant. We think we can. We think we can. We think we can. Hooray! Monkey gets on Ellie's head. Then Monkey reaches up with his one good arm. Stretch, stretch, grab. And he grabs the bananas. Thank you, Ellie, says Monkey. Hooray, shouted Leopard. Sloth and Snake, who had come over to watch a little elephant saves the day again. There are lots of bananas here, says Monkey. If I share, do you think? We think we can. We think we can, chant Ellie. And the other animals, and they do. The copy Kitty. Meet Kitty. She has fuzzy gray fur and long striped tail. She says meow meow. She loves taking cat naps. But Kitty has a problem. She looks into the pond and says, I am boring. Wonders Kitty. What can I do to be less boring. Then she gets a great idea. My friends are awesome. If I copy them, I'll be awesome too. So Kitty finds her friend Frog. Then she tries to copy him. She jumps in the pond. She swims all around. But copying Frog does not make Kitty awesome. It just makes her cold, and sitting on a log is no fun at all. So Kitty finds her friend Pig. Then she tries to copy him. She rolls around in a big mud puddle. She squeals, oink, oink. But copying Pig does not make Kitty awesome. It just makes her messy, and saying oink, oink is no fun at all. So Kitty finds her friend Puppy. Then she tries to copy him. She runs and jumps and rolls. She fetches a stick. But copying Puppy does not make Kitty awesome. It just makes her tired. And fetching a stick is no fun at all. So Kitty finds her friend Owl. Then she tries to copy him. She sits in the nest. She flaps her arms to fly. But down she tumbles bonk. Copying Owl does not make Kitty awesome. It just makes her head hurt a lot. So Kitty begins to cry. Copying my friends is not working, she says. Owl, you are wise. Please tell me, what should I do to be more awesome? Then Owl answers, it's simple. Just be yourself. Oh, I never thought of that, Kitty replies. Then she walks over to the pond to take a look. She has fuzzy gray fur and a striped tail. She says, meow, meow. Wow, I'm pretty awesome. From now on, I'll just copy myself, says Kitty. And that's exactly what she does, starting off with a nice cat nap. I am awesome! Stan the Square. This story begins with a square named Stan. Stan had 4 even sides and was a very nice guy. One day, Stan moved to Shape Willie. He liked his new home. He just needed to make some friends. I will stroll over to the park. By and by, Stan met some circles. They were playing catch with the ball. Hello, he said, tipping his hat. Will you be my friend? But the circles just laughed. Sorry, we are way too cool to be friends with the square, they said. That made Stan sad, so he strolled on. By and by, Stan met some triangles. They were playing in a rock band. Hello, he said, tipping his hat. Will you be my friends? But the triangles just laughed. Sorry, we are way too cool to be friends with the square, they said. That made Stan sad, so he strolled on. Bye-bye. Stan met some hexagons. They were having a fancy picnic. Hello, he said, tipping his hat. Will you be my friend? But hexagons just laughed. Sorry, we are way too cool to be friends with a square, they said. That made Stan sad, so he strolled on. Now Stan was very upset. So he sat down on a bench and began to cry. Boo-hoo! None of the shapes think I'm cool enough to be their friend. Then he heard voices say, hello. He looked up and saw a bunch of squares. Don't be sad, they said. We'll be your friends. Awesome, shouted Stan. Then the squares ran. The squares slide, the squares rode, the squares hide. It was so much fun. Then Stan said, let's build something. So the squares all got together and made an awesome tower. Whoa-wee! The tower was so cool that the circles, triangles, and hexagons all came by to see it. Stan, sorry, we said we are too cool to be friends with the square. Tower is awesome, they exclaimed. Can we help you build a new one? Sure thing, said Stan. So the shapes all got together and built the coolest tower ever, with Stan the square at the tippy top. A gift for the giant. Once upon a time, there was a magical land. In the land lived many little elves and one humongous giant. The giant was very kind. She helped the elves every day. She gave them rides to the park on her strong shoulders. She carried them to the top of the hill. She gave them sweet cherries to eat. She let them take naps in her cap. She played the guitar so they could dance. The elves were so grateful to the giant. How could they repay her kindness? Then one little elf got a big idea. It gets cold at night, he said. I will make the giant a cozy quilt. Stitch, stitch. Next, another elf said, I will make the giant a cozy quilt too. After that, the rest of the elves decided to do the very same thing. Before long, all the little elves were busy making cozy quilts. They sang as they worked, stitch, stitch, mend, mend, mend. We are making 6 gifts At last, the quilts were done, and they were awesome. The quilts were way too small for Humongous Giant. What could they do? Then one little elf got a big idea. If we sew all the little quilts together, we can make humongous quilt, he said. Brilliant, shouted the other elves. Though they began to sew, singing, they worked. Stitch, stitch, stitch. Mend, mend, mend. They were making one gift for our friend. At last, the quilts were complete. It was very colorful and cozy and very big. It was so big that all the 6 elves had to work to carry it over to the giant's home. When they arrived at her door, they shouted, "Surprise!" Then the elves sang a new song. "We made this big quilt just for you to show we're grateful all for you do." The giant was delighted. "Come inside my home," she said. Then she sat down in a rocking chair with the cozy quilt on her lap. "Climb on up," she said. So the 6 elves did. Then she read them a wonderful story. Once upon a time, there was a magical land with 6 little elves. Hippo's fabulous hats. Hippo loved clothes. Everyone thought he was the best dressed animal in the whole land. So before he went out for a walk, he always put on something fabulous. "Today feels like a hat day," said Hippo. So he put on his red hat. "Nice," he said, "but not enough." So he put on his blue hat. "Nice," he said, "but it's not enough." So Hippo put on his yellow hat and his green hat too. Then he put on his favorite purple hat with a very fine feather. "Now I look fabulous," he said. Then Hippo went on a nice long walk to the watering hole. Along the way, he saw his friends. "Looking good," said the lion and giraffe. "Great hats," said the warthog. "You're the best dressed animal in the whole land," exclaimed Chimp. Hippo loved compliments. When he got to the watering hole, "Still fabulous," he said with a grin. Then came a surprise. The big gust of the wind blew all of Hippo's fabulous hats, right off his head. "Help me! Help, help!" yelled Hippo. As quick as wink, Hippo's friends over to save the day. Lion grabbed the red hat. Giraffe grabbed the blue hat. Warthog grabbed the yellow hat. Finally, Chime the purple hat with the very fine feather. The animals put the hats back on Hippo's head. "Thanks," he said, peeking into the water. He still looked fabulous, but he also felt bad. Hippo had 5 hats, and his friends had none. So he gave the red hat to the lion and the blue hat to the giraffe. He gave the yellow hat to the warthog and the green hat to the chimp. The purple hat kept for himself. "Thanks," exclaimed his friends. "You're quite welcome," said Hippo. "1 hat is enough for me. Nothing feels better than sharing with my friends." Then they all went for a nice long walk, and everyone looked fabulous.